2 daughter cells. So if I told you that in meiosis we get 4 daughter cells, what would you predict about the process of meiosis? If we have 1 cell that goes to 2 cells, that would be mitosis. What would you predict meiosis might look like if it results in 4 cells?
Would it be 2 cells going to 4 cells?
What do you mean by that?
So if this is...
Try.
So like 2 cells making 4 cells?
Oh, I see what...
If it makes 4 cells...
So wouldn't that just be like that? Because...
I don't know, because I know they combine, and I know...
What combines?
Two gametes, and they make a zygote.
So is that meiosis, or is that a different process?
Oh, no, that's fertilization.
Correct. But in order to have fertilization, you need to have gametes. Well, how do we make the gametes? Through meiosis. So I will tell you that it's 1 cell that produces the 4 cells. So in mitosis, we have 1 cell that produces 2 cells. In meiosis, we have 1 cell that produces 4 cells. So give me another guess at how that might work.
So is that like why meiosis and like sexual reproduction is a bit more like common, or like it's...
So what's your because it makes 4 cells?
Since it makes more cells.
So those, what are those cells? Are those cells individuals? What are the cells that are made through meiosis?
Gametes.
And they're sex cells.
Okay.
So those 4 cells don't actually become an organism necessarily. How do we make an organism? By using gametes.
Fertilization.
So what's interesting about and what's different about fertilization that's different than asexual reproduction?
Because it doesn't create exact copies, it creates like new things.
Okay. Yes. Variation. Come back to this. If I told you meiosis gives us 4 cells and uses the same basic steps. What were the steps of mitosis? You guys said you learned them, right?
It was like prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase.
Okay. So at the end of telophase and cytokinesis, we have 2 cells. So how could we get 4 cells out of that?
Those 2 dividing.
Ooh, draw that. So what's going to happen between here and here then, do you think?
Just the same thing that happened before.
What are those things again?
The chromosomes split and go on opposite ends of the cell.
So that's interesting you said that, because you said chromosomes split. So what happened from A to B? That's part A, B, I don't know. Did chromosomes split here?
Yeah. Should I draw it? What I think I can draw that. And then those went to that end of the cell, and those went to that end of the cell. They split.
So what happens here?
So then there's those, and the same thing happens. Those go to there.
I'm not sure how this is different from this.
They're not.
Oh.
Are they?
I don't know. How can we, if we're, what's that?
No.
But you just told me from A to B, I do know, you're right. From A to B, you said that they split.
They split in A, which forms B.
Okay, but then you said B was just like A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The process is the same.